How do you think everything would be different if you didn't come here?
Oh my God, what a great question that is.
And just imagine.
If I didn't come
Fuck
here,
that fucking environment, fucking.
Okay, I'm
brown
handing
hair.
this in. Can you not
my
swear?
God. Thank you. I gotta leave the room on that one because I can go on and on and on.
if I didn't come here, my life would be completely different than it was in America.
How?
In Italy, we were rather poor.
Do you think you would still have the same education?
No,
No.
I think I'd have. Well, see, you're trying to.
I know it's
I'm
really
trying to
impossible.
remember what it would be what it would be at my age versus now. I think I would have had would had a good education. I would probably not as good as I had over here. You know, I can't even imagine what it would be like because it's like comparing apples and oranges.
Yeah.
Okay, I certainly wouldn't have had a college education.
Okay. What do you think you would have done if you stayed there? For
I
a
probably
job?
would have been married and just had kids and been a housewife, and independent. And I don't know. I can't imagine. I probably would have been married to some villager who, who probably would have been might have been a good man just had. I don't know what kind of a job he would have had because I don't know what kind of a job they've had. Although I do know that people, I probably would have gone to Canada.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that where? That's where the other half of everyone went, right?
Canada and Australia, and everybody
that's
left.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And would have had a nice life in one of those countries. Nice, but I wouldn't have, and if I had gone to Canada or Australia, at least I would have spoken English.
Yeah, and probably something else.
That's what I think I would have done, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if we couldn't have gone there.
Nice. Let's see.
What else?
Can you think of a question?
What's it related to?
Anything about her life?
I probably would have had a hard life, hard work, working in the fields, gathering the grapes at harvest time,
Making wine.
making wine. You got that right. Or else my father and my uncle were butchers.
Okay.
They would have been butchers.
Do you think you ever would have moved to like Rome or Milan or somewhere else in Italy? Did anyone ever do that in your family?
Yeah.
They stayed in Italy but just moved away?
Yeah, we had relatives in Rome that lived in Rome.
Okay.
What
did they do there? Go ahead, sorry.
They had business. They had one is the one that Fair met was a tourist guide.
They're part of our family?
Yeah.
I thought they were just from the town.
Cousins.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
They're part of our family, yeah.
So the tour guide that you had when you were in Italy, Fair, wasn't it Israel?
Rome.
It was in Rome.
Oh, okay.
The first half of my trip was in Rome.
Okay, and then your tour guide wound up being one of our cousins.
Uh-huh.
And
go ahead.
they lived in Rome.
Okay.
But they still had their summer home up in the mountains where the town where our family is from.
And you guys just happened to start talking. And
So we happened to start talking, and I had mentioned that my father was from Italy.
Yeah.
And she said, "Oh, what part?" And I said, "Oh, it's this really small town up in the mountains. I'm sure you've never heard of it."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Are you kidding? Hadza? That's where my family's from." She's like, "Who's your like, what's your family name?" Because I'm Cardelli now, but our family was Zaccardelli, and that's how her father knew us and knew Grandma and knew Dad and knew the whole family.
You guys are just what they're talking about.
Shh,
People,
Dad, she's in the